be taken care of everywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's just in America when a black woman.
Hold on. We're gonna talk about this BS because y'all don't want to be taken care of. So let me rewind.
Right? It's just in America when a black woman says she want to be taken care of, it's a. But women expect to be taken care of everywhere, right?
Yeah.
It's just in the.
Define what you mean by what you expect to be taken care of. Because my thing is, I want you to expand. I want you to elaborate because it's very shallow and superficial and delusional. Because there's a cost you gotta be paid. And another thing, you're an adult. You're not a child. You understand what I'm saying? So please explain to me what you mean by that.
America when a black woman says she want to be taken care of, it's a. America when a black woman says, right? It's just in America when a. But women expect to be taken care of everywhere, right? It's just in America.
That's a problem. I have an issue that why do you expect a stranger, another person outside of family, to take care of you if you're a functioning, able-bodied adult? Please explain to me this. What you talking about?
When a black woman says she want to be taken care of, it's a problem. And then when she.
Well, depends on what you're talking about. It depends on what you're talking about. I mean, I could actually just shut you down right now, but I want you to see, I want you guys to understand this. I want you ladies to understand that you younger women, reason why you need to stop taking advice from other women, other heifers who are failures in relationships, can't get a man, and if they do get a man, okay, you get being pumped and dumped. That doesn't mean you have a man. A dude that you cash doesn't mean you have a man. If you're getting child gifts, that doesn't mean just so he can throw it in your face. And that's another form of manipulation that y'all don't want to talk about. You're putting yourself in a bad situation. Want to be sprinkle. Is there any truth to it that, um, when it comes to this protection, provision, being provided for, problem solving, y'all don't care about none of those things. So that's how you get easily stereotyped as a gold digging Jezebel hoe. If you were talking about somebody who cares about you, who's there for you, who will problem solve with you, help solve your problem, help you get out your own way, that would be a problem with the so-called dominant, with white supremacy. But y'all worship the caves. Y'all worship white supremacy. Y'all love white zaddy. Look how y'all all over Nick Fuentes. Look how y'all rationalize them black Haffas on that on with a bunch of um unfit, fresh and fit, stale and unfit coons. Look how y'all was. Look how a lot of black women were silent when, but they called out just pearly things. I mean, that's gonna be a different discussion, live stream. But look how the complicity. But yet, when you had black men and you call a lot of black women called out the manosphere in social media, actually called out the black manosphere for supporting a young below D minus extra below D minus average heifer who's a racist, just pearly things, and don't know nothing. It's everything just regurgitated that she got from Kevin Samuels and other talking points from other men, and she's a feminist and she's a hypocrite and she's a thought pocket. She just saying this, just telling a certain demographic of males what makes them feel good, and this is the problem. So basically, we got a female Derek Jackson that happens Miss Ann. But now on a fast forward, when it comes to Nick Fuentes, who's a well-known racist, who's he's half Italian, which is he's a man of color, would be considered a man of color, and he's Latino. So he wants to be an honorary white male, and black women that were present with him in that Fresh and Fit podcast, who are a bunch of self-hating coons, and a bunch of them making jokes, calling other black people slaves, and making racist jokes, shows you how anti-black they are. But did black women cancel these women who was hugging and twerking at Nick Fuentes and these other white supremacist males, but cry racism? This is how black women make themselves look stupid. Black people in general. Let's talk about Kiki Palmer, a bed wench. Ebony K. Williams, a bed wench. This is how black women shoot themselves in the goddamn foot. But you want to say white supremacy, but your colonized mentality. And the only way because they're not going to give you anything that's going to be revolutionary, that will benefit you in a revolutionary sense. I want black people to understand this. So what she's saying is nonsense. Because you don't want to be taken care of, because when men try to lead y'all, guide you the right path, and who meanwhile, you don't want to listen to that. So you don't. You just want to be spoiled like a child, but you don't want to be held accountable. You don't want, even when it comes to the whole, he has a system of discipline. I'm not talking about belts and switches. I'm not talking about taking shit away. That's no. We're not talking, that's not discipline. That's accountability and reprimanding and stuff like that. See, the whole term discipline has been misused. Strictness has been misused, and that's why it has a negative connotation. Because you got assholes who overstep their boundaries, shitty ass parents, and people who fuck over other people in their position to fuck over people that they manage or have authority over. But I digress. You in a lose-lose situation because you talk too damn much. You want to be a Caucasian female. Look, there's nothing black about her. So what are you talking about?
Begin to take care of herself, it's still a problem. When people,
how are you taking care of yourself if you're the most evicted? How are you taking care of yourself if you listen to sprinkle? How you talk about when you talk about getting over on a man? You got men in your speed dial that you use for free meals to pay your bills and don't want to give him no cheeks. And talk about I don't have to, but you shame him. But none of y'all are traditional women. Understand?
everywhere, right? Yeah. It's just in America, when a black woman says she want to be taken care of, it's a problem. And then when she began to take care of herself, it's still a problem. When people tell me I'm boss,
you're not taking care of yourself. Y'all supposed to be the most educated group of bitches on the planet. Yes, I'm going there. Y'all talk about you got all these degrees, but you're the most enrolled and don't have those degrees. Yes, it's more y'all the most enrolled, but y'all not doing anything to help the community. It's very individualistic, and you hang with females who are toxic and extra and very misandrous and anti-black as well, just so you can grin a chin and be up under the white male. So that's why you want to hang with Miss Ann and Kiki Karen and them, Susan and them. You want wide acceptance. And this is the problem with black people across the board, especially black women. Y'all don't get called out for your cooning. Y'all never held accountable, because at the same time, when black men, you have to be in a position to hold people accountable and set a standard, and people honor and abide by that standard. And you have to be in a position where you can hold people accountable, and be in a position where you can actually give consequences and responsibly issue reprimands, punishments, based on the infraction. You know, it has to be. You have to be in that position to do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You have to be in that position to do that. You You have to be in the position to hold people accountable and correct behavior, but you gotta at least you gotta lead by example. Everybody want to be a boss, but everybody want to be right, and this is what the problem is.
Stuck. That's what they say. Or I'm intimidated by you. You will see. Oh, I can't.
Ain't nobody intimidated with your bitch ass. Ain't nobody intimidated by you. We just don't want to deal with your goddamn mouth. We don't want to deal with your toxic behavior. See, stop lying. Stop lying. Nobody want to deal with your loud, masculine, toxic, masculine, just disrespectful, belligerent, just flying off the handle, emotionally dysfunctional behavior. Nobody want to deal with that. Because and the thing is, look how she wouldn't do that to no wifeo. You wouldn't do that to the police that might confront you or stop you or pull you over. You wouldn't act like that to the police. You have respect for the colonizer, and it's so detrimental. The fact that black women's cooning is so detrimental, and she's the mother, it's the first teacher of the nation, the first teacher of the children. And you want to know why our community the way it is, but y'all just want to just focus on white supremacy. You just want to just blame all black men when a majority of y'all are sleeping with like less than 20% of the males. You're chasing less than 10%, and you're doing 20% less than 20% of the males. And out of that orbit, you're sharing a man, but then y'all talk about y'all want monogamy, but y'all have high body counts. So how can you say you want monogamy, but you got high body counts? And I'm not even talking about kids. And we're not even talking about you have all these relationships. You got all these dudes in your back pocket, in your purse. You got your side dude, and you got children. Some of y'all got multiple children from different fathers. Don't even know who the father is, because when y'all do these girls trips, when y'all travel and you just look for a random D, this is the issue here. So you don't believe in monogamy, you're not traditional, you don't move, you don't have no pride, you reject black culture, real black culture, you're not a revolutionary woman, you don't carry yourself as a Nubian queen, but you want to be a cave hoe. And think you can just do what the white bitches do. White bitches know when to stop. But see, they're under an umbrella where they can do shit. These Karen, y'all say, Barbecue Becky, Susan, you got these memes for these racist cave bitches, and you just make jokes, but these are serious because 50 years ago, and it's still going on to this day, but more so overtly, 50 years ago, under Jim Crow, old Jim Crow, now we're under new Jim Crow, but old Jim Crow, black people hung for trees, especially black men. Black women are actually hung for trees too, but they don't show y'all that. In the most gruesome way, especially if she was pregnant and having her stomach cut and the fetus was ripped out and stomped. Babies being brutalized and harmed, raped. But y'all don't understand. Y'all don't want to look into that history. That's not sexy for y'all. That's not being revolutionary and being under a quote unquote pro. Oh, I can't do that because But we always talk about taking shit away and all that stuff. Oh, kids, you should do stuff that's not to your liking. It's so funny because black people are full of shit when it comes to that. Because when it comes to revolution, y'all don't want to do stuff. You talk about you want to do all these other things, uncomfortable shit, challenge yourself. But when it comes to being revolutionary and stop killing, y'all don't want to do that part. That's why I don't listen to y'all black motivational speakers, because y'all a bunch of coons. All y'all talk about is getting the bag and getting money and shit. That's not going to get us free. Y'all refuse to be militant. Y'all refuse to be militant where you go to school at. Y'all refuse to teach your kids black pride. If you got kids, I don't care if you're not a parent. You're an auntie, you're an uncle, right? You're an older cousin, right? You don't want to overstep your boundaries, but you overstep your boundaries on other bullshit. Don't want to go off I ain't trying to get on no tangent, but I'm focused on she's full of shit, people. And you got these Europeanized bitches want to run their damn mouth.
Afford you, I can't. Like I should be a motivator.
afford you, you're $2. You're 50 cents, bitch. Less than an actual 50 cents. I was like, there's no value, especially when your body count is high. You're overweight. Now, regardless of the circumstances, there are people who are overweight because of trauma, pain. They've been violated as a kid. They dealt with abuse, dealt with child abuse growing up, bullying, and depression. They said they got schizophrenia, bipolar. So I can understand if you're overweight due to mental health, but if you're just ignorant as fuck and you just refuse to be educated on food diet literacy and food and beverage, water and stuff, and just because you drink water don't mean it's good, because all this water is poisonous too. The air, the environment, and what you consume, all that blue screen, all that stuff you be doing on social media. Well, Calvin, you're doing it too. Here's the difference. I'm not on the. Everything you do is based on blue screen. I'm not making excuses. I'm not on here arguing and debating with people like I used to do. Okay. When you got knowledge and you have an understanding of something, you're supposed to evolve and improve. People arguing, looking at their phones, looking at celebrity gossip. I don't look at celebrity gossip, celebrity worship, and this is the problem with black folks, FBA, black folks, black people in general, black people across the board, internationally too. But black people in America, the stuff that y'all be on, it keeps you in bondage, keeps you in systemic bondage. The gender warring. But I'm sorry, but black women, y'all started it. White supremacy created it, but black women took it to a whole nother level when it came to this toxic feminism bullshit. White feminism joining Miss Ann, joining Karen and Becky and them. But y'all want to look like them and be like them and still so basically you want to be a white bitch, and the most ratchet kind of white bitch, and do whatever the hell you want to do without consequence. You're a black woman. You're black. You're not equal to no white bitch. Just like a black man is not even equal to he's less than a white. He's less than a white woman. He's actually less than a black woman. There's no way in hell black men who are misadvocates or who are on the red pill part of the red pill community. We can't compare ourselves to white men because we don't deal with the same. We don't have experiences. We may agree on certain things, political or gender experiences, dating, but we don't have those experiences. Why is it that black men are forced to understand this, but black women, y'all refuse to accept this fact? Really?
To be ambitious enough to come up here. Yeah. So you
ambitious of what? What are you ambitious about? Because I'm gonna have to do probably another, just on my main channel. Ambitious of what? Black pride? Are you ambitious about? Is this your ambitious? B1, B123, especially. Are you about black culture? Are you about being revolutionary and decolonizing your mind, or are you just on some coon shit, fuck bitch shit? All this stuff is very colonial, Europeanized, imperialism. Those are all anti-black.
You can take care of a woman like me because I'm not.
Take care of you, ma'am. You don't even take care of yourself. All that makeup, all that wig on. You got a wig on. You got a weave. Probably got a weave on. Your hair is pressed the fuck up. You're not taking care of yourself, and you, Big Sherry, bum. You overweight as fuck. You're not in shape, and you choose not to. You eat all this toxic farm-raised seafood. You consume garbage. Most of in general, in Western society, particularly in America, all food is garbage. Crops are garbage. Even your produce, the vegetables, everything's non-GMO. The water is poison. Everything, all that bottled water you're drinking is poison. Even if they put in even if they got that healthy water, right? That filtered water, legitimate filtered water, when you put in that plastic bottle, it is consumed with chemicals to fuck you up. Especially as a man, but for women, all these feminine products you got make you masculine, fuck you up, and everything has to be organic. You're not taking care of yourself. You got fake eyelashes, so what the fuck you talking about? And I'm trying not to really lose it here, Bitch, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're so indoctrinated. Your mind is toxic, and I mean, being physically fucked up is one thing. Body fuck, you're not taking care of yourself physically, but you're not taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally. Are you taking care of yourself spiritually? Are you going through your healing journey? Are you confronting your trauma, your past hurts, your negative experiences? Are you healing from those experiences? Are you dealing with your issues, your mental health? Are you doing that? You're not doing that. You probably got debt up the ass too.
I'm not gonna suffer in my lifestyle that I know that I deserve, and like I come from poverty.
You don't deserve anything. What do you mean? Why do you have us talk about you deserve X, Y, Z? What the fuck? Why the fuck do you bitches think you deserve anything? You want to be equal to a man, so you got to go out and get it. The only thing I would argue is you probably deserve that, but probably your parents should put you in the best situation and stuff like that. But you got, you know, that's not going to happen with most black folks. They don't care about their children. They try to relive their childhood when they're middle age and in their late 30s, their 30s and 40s. Try to relive your childhood. Try to relive your childhood and do the stuff that instead of actually just learning and dealing with the issues, the traumas, the pain, reflect on the good things and pass that on to your children. What you didn't have, you give, but also the stuff that you had and the stuff that you did have that was valuable, and the stuff that you had that was toxic, but you let the kids know that it exists, and the stuff that you learned and achieved during your time on this earth, you pass that down. You know, the stuff that the successes, the personal achievements along the way, you share that. The stuff that's negative, you take that L and you teach your children this.
I come from nothing. So that guy.
You came from Section 8, man. Shut the fuck up. I don't know if you were raised in a 2-parent home or you were raised by a single mother. Don't be surprised if she was raised by a single father, because a lot of you, I told you about Princess Daddy. He was probably these effeminate ass males. Living off a woman. Just a stay-at-home, lazy-ass nigga. You know, even if he was let's just say, well, she did say she come from poverty. Let's just say the dad was present, her father was present. He was soft on her, didn't hold her accountable, let her be self-entitled, told her you deserve everything, and all that. But the nigga didn't. But her father didn't give her everything. So if your daddy didn't give you I'm not talking about materialism. I'm talking about values. You can throw that in, but that's in the back. That's in the back. That's in the bottom end of what I'm talking about. He should have taught you how to be a wife, how to carry yourself as a lady, what a man of integrity, a good man expects, and how to be a good woman to get that man, to keep that man. But y'all been told you should just expect everything, and the man should just give everything. But you got men in the family that wouldn't do that. That's what gets me. If they were present or from a dad was in the same house with the mother or a co-parent. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dads be soft on these women or their girls and nieces and just give them this delusional bullshit. But treat their own men, their own sons that they blessed to carry your name and shit. You treat your sons and you treat your nephews like shit. But maybe your sons.
Gave me a gift to live this life, I'm gonna live it to the fullest, and I'm not gonna wait on anybody to give me that ability or give me that reason to do that. I have to create that for myself.
What are you creating? What are you talking about? What's this ever talking about?
Someone comes along, but you think when somebody come along and be like, oh no, I got my own money, I'm too independent. No.
That's what you just said, though. That's what this heifer just said. That's what she said.
Reason to do that. I have to create that for myself until someone comes along. But you think when somebody come along and be like, oh no, I got my own money. I'm too independent. No, like, and then people talk about splitting bills and stuff. See, I'm the type, I ain't even got time for pettiness, right? Like, just give me the bill, I'll pay for it.
If a man doesn't have it and they request that the bill be split, and you say, okay, I got it, you don't think that would make him?
That's teamwork. What is that? First of all, if I'm in a relationship with you, I understand that I gotta have my shit straight. I gotta have my bills paid. I don't expect you to take care of my financial responsibilities. So why, especially if you're talking about that boss bitch equality, why would you expect a man that's not outside of your family to pay your bills? That's not his responsibility. See, that's stupid as hell. My thing, if we care about each other, we take care of each other. Why can't we do that? Other communities do that, but black people can't do that. Black people got a selfish mindset. Black people are too individualistic, and black people will help. The only time I see black people help somebody if it's somebody who don't look like them. Black people will join movements and causes that are anti-black just to get white acceptance, just get non-black acceptance, just get cave acceptance. What cave? The Caucasian cave, the Asian cave, the Arab cave, the Latino cave. I mean, the Spaniard cave. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Anglo cave. Y'all will the East Indian cave that disrespects y'all. Y'all would go to all these other caves. But when it comes to somebody who's human, like you melanated and human, y'all can't do that.
A certain way.
You shouldn't ask to split the bill in the
what
first
if he
place.
only got half?
Well, we should be outside then. You should have went and bought you a picnic basket, went to the grocery store.
She should follow her own advice.
And let's do a picnic in the park, and then we there.
But
she ain't trying to do no damn picnic. Oh, I don't want to sweat my weave out. I don't want to sweat my hair out. Oh, my fake lashes. Oh, the makeup. Oh, don't want to mess it up. Haffa, please.
Still want to go out. He still wants to take you somewhere nice.
Yeah.
Still want the ambiance to the nice. It's just at the end,
That's
the bill. Let me.
Why does he gotta take you somewhere? I ain't taking you nowhere. Right, not the first time. No, I will meet you in a neutral place. I mean, I'm not gonna just come to your house or come to your place on the spot like that. Especially if we just, we gotta talk, we gotta communicate for a while, FaceTime with each other for a while. And I'm talking about, depending how often we communicate. But it shouldn't take like 2 months. It shouldn't take it depends on the schedule, but it should really take a week to, communicate, and then you try to meet up. It depends on how far you live and all that stuff. But my thing is, no, I'm not doing no dinner dates, no breakfast dates, no lunch dates. I mean, and my thing is, if it's her idea and she insists, then she pay for it. Since I'm a boss, bitch. Then you since you had the idea, then you do it. Now if I had the idea and I invited you, but my thing is you ain't gonna just say we want to go out, but you want me to pay. Oh hell no, you pay. You got all these opportunities. You got all these Title IX, all these handouts and grants and shit. All these social programs for women and girls. So you pay for it. So you should be able to build a black community. But these bitches don't want to do that. They just want to be under white folk. Black people just want to be under white folk. But black women, y'all really want to be under white folk because y'all will call out black men when they do that. And I'm not saying you shouldn't, but black people, as soon as they get money, they want to be around white folk. They want to forget who they are. Yet, are there problems in our community? Even if it's not from the hood or nothing like that, even we're talking about suburban black folk, middle class black folk. It's just we're so anti-black, and this is what nobody wants to discuss, and this is why you don't get no views if you speak that facts. Black people got a self-hating problem. Black people don't like each other. Black men and black women don't like each other. But black women, y'all started it because Massa gave you some extra pieces of cornbread, some extra table scraps, and gave you a little bit more freedom of movement. And so all of a sudden you started turning up and being stupid. Just all you gotta do is look at the Willie Lynch letter, and you will understand what I'm talking about.
Something.
That's tacky. But women is
you're tacky, Haffa. And let's talk about this user.
to be taken care of.
You take care of yourself. You're an adult. Another leftover content creator. Another. She hit the wall. She post wall, and she giving that advice. But where's her husband?
Hearing all of these people talk about feminine energy. Everybody's talking about if a woman lives in her feminine energy, the relationship would be so much better. Let me say this. I don't care how much feminine energy a woman has, and I don't care about how much masculine energy a man has. Relationships work when two people are being the best, highest version of themselves.
Are you doing that? Where's your husband? Are you doing that? Where's your goddamn husband?
That's it. That's the video.
Where's your husband? Have you been married? Do you have a family? I mean, what are you talking about?
I said what I said. That's it. I don't care how much feminine energy a woman has. If she is with the wrong person, it ain't gonna work.
If you're with the wrong person, I can say the same thing. If I'm a masculine man, which I'm, but because they call me toxic masculinity for a reason, people, then it's not gonna work. Then my thing is, if I know this person, if things ain't going nowhere, then get the fuck out of Dodge. If I don't have no kids, no financial response, if we're not married, and my thing is, this is why you date with intention and be honest from Jump Street. If the person gets offended and you're not being rude, you're not being extra, you're not being nasty, you're not being mean, you're being polite, you're being kind, and you're just saying you're setting boundaries, and you also want to know their boundaries. And if you're being 100, keep it in 1,000, 100 to 100,000. If you're being real with each other and you're vibing well, especially vibing, because that matters. So let's be real. If you're not really sexually attracted to the person, I mean, and on top of not just sexual attraction, if you're not emotionally connected, you're not physically, you're not spiritually connected to the person, and there are times, because I don't want to just keep talking, and there are times it's just, you were together, mindset, because when you start growing and evolving as a person, sometimes there are a lot of times, let's be real, you do fall out. But my thing is, you shouldn't find out when you get married. Because once you meet somebody, they are who they are for the next 20 years. People are stuck in their ways, and there's people, but, and that's a sad thing. Don't get stuck in your ways. Learn and grow. That's how you improve. But my thing is, when you meet somebody, they are who they are. You can't change them. There's no changing. You can't shame them to change. They are who they are. You can point out flaws and say this is what you need to work on, but at the end of the day, they are who they are. The way you met that person is the way you're gonna be with that person, or the way you're gonna lead that person. The way you met them is the way they are when you grow old with them.
I don't care if she is farting rose petals. If she's with the wrong man, it ain't gonna work.
I can say this thing: if you're a masculine and you're a wrong crazy ass bitch like this, you need to get out. Don't and my thing, no more having sex with these women that we're not attracted to, gentlemen. No more having sex with women that we don't like, but because she got a big booty, she got big titties, she got some curvy hips, she got pretty feet. So I'll just deal with her because I'm getting some pleasure. Nah, And if that's what you want to do, just let her know up front. And ladies, because y'all want sex too. Y'all want sex. You want to have your toes sucked. You want your teeth. You want a man pound on you. Just say that's what you want. Just be honest. Say I just want to. But see, there are times, and this is. We always say women catch feelings. There are times when you vibe with a person, you get intimate, you do sexual things, you're bonding. You're gonna catch feelings. I've been connected with some women, but all of a sudden, when we start vibing, we're all getting close. All of a sudden, you want to run away. A lot of these women want to run away, and it's just to me, it's just a lot of these women are afraid to really open up. They're afraid to be with a man that's gonna be. I mean, they don't want to grow with no man. They just want to meet you at the finish line. That's one thing. That's a. And at the same time, when women start getting close to a man, or especially when the intimate start getting close to a man, all of a sudden they want to run away because a lot of these women got the unhealed trauma. A lot of these women was raised wrong, just like a lot of these men were raised wrong. It don't matter if you came from a two-parent home or you were raised by a single parent or you was in foster care. It don't matter if you were raised by your grandparents or your relatives. It's just the mindset of us as a community is really fucked up. And that's across the board, not just in the black community. See, I ain't gonna stop it because I've seen this in other communities. It's just black, just they just don't be trashing each other. White women don't be trashing white men openly in public. They don't. If they do, parenting issues or trauma, growing up as a kid, family problems, they keep it, just on a general vague scale. They don't go extra and specific and go to other communities and start talking crazy about each other. And at the same token, you women don't get to talk crazy. Black women, y'all don't get to talk crazy about black men, and then tell black men they need to take the high road. Nah, we should be aware. It's like when us, even with other communities that have issues with each other. Okay, even if they're responding to a disrespect by somebody who look like them and part of their community. There's a way to go about it, but black people can't do that because we got a self-hating mindset. We're prideless. We don't have no pride. There's nothing in the black culture. What? Shaking, shooting a three-pointer like Stephen Curry, dunking a basketball, like Shaquille O'Neal, Larry Johnson, and Kobe and them. Running a touchdown, running a touchdown, like Terrell Owens and them. It's like, singing and dancing, telling jokes, how you season your food, how you cook your food real good, you season it real good. That's black culture. Celebrity gossip, you know, looking all good, being all flashy with your clothes, how you do your hair, how you women, how you paint your nails, how you do this, how you get the jazz nails, how you paint your nails, how you get your toe, how you get your pedicure all lined, that's black culture. There's nothing of black. It's like there's nothing real. There's no foundation of values, system, pride. There's no value system that we can call, and we can get into why that happens. But okay, but a lot of black people are not trying to reconnect with their roots. You got even when black people, you got black people who do travel outside the USA. You got black people acting a fool. Look at how them heifers over at an African, I think it was, I forgot what it was, in Ghana or some African country, some African nation, and she's twerking at the old slave quarters, where black people were captured and tortured and sent to the slave ship, inhumanely and brutalized, raped and tortured, kids harmed and unalived. Us being indoctrinated with Christianity and other religions that from the colonizers.
I don't care how masculine a man is. I don't care if he is the head of the household. I don't care if he is lifting a rock of Gibraltar. If he is not with the right woman, it is not going to work. So everybody jumping on this feminine energy, and the reason why your relationship ain't working is because women are no longer feminine because they've been required to be masculine. And
ain't nobody told your dumb ass to be masculine. Y'all chose Title IX. Y'all chose to join the feminist movement and throw black men underneath the bus. Was there some fuck niggas that wasn't doing what they're supposed to do? Yes. Then we got to factor in the fact that black men were displaced. Yes. But what about the people who wasn't displaced? What about the people who because, okay, there was a, bad economy. There was like a recession. The jobs were displaced going overseas. Black men were disenfranchised. Black women, y'all were disenfranchised as well. But black men, but my thing is, then you got the Vietnam War and shit. Okay, but black women chose to join the feminist movement, and they supported to join Miss Ann and chose to be that goddamn mammy and breastfeed them racist cave kids and neglect her own. Black women chose to be a Negro bed wench. Okay, black women told Massa what was going on. She was a watchdog for white supremacy to the white male and the white female. Black women chose that. Now, I say you didn't have a few black men who didn't. Black men did it as well. It was not to their degree. It was mostly these feminine males, these effeminate males, these gay males. But then y'all don't want to talk about how you had a lot of coons in the LGBT community before they called it that sold out on black people and got black people slave rebellions destroyed. Just like black women played a huge role in that.
We have not been required to be anything that we don't choose to be. Just be the best, highest version of yourself. If somebody...
When are you doing that? Because you're an old chick.
Doesn't treat you well, just walk away.
Maybe you don't treat him well. That's why you're not getting treated well. Maybe you don't treat yourself well. Ever stop for thinking about... And here we go. We're just going to when things get tough, we're going to abandon ship. A lot of times we got to look at ourselves. How about have a conversation? What am I doing wrong? How am I the problem? How about ask yourself, how are you the problem? And stop getting bad advice from a bunch of stupid heifers. Stop telling your business outside of the family. I'm going to withhold sex. I'm not going to make sure my equipment, I'm not going to make sure I'm clean. Make sure I'm not going to keep myself in the best shape. I'm not going to work on my mental health, my spiritual health. I'm not going to work on my improving intellectually. That's why a lot of relationships fail. You notice I didn't mention money at one time, even though that can be a factor, but I would argue that's the last thing, because y'all want to bring up money because it's just an easy way out. I get to the root of the problem.
Feminine energy, masculine energy, all of these things don't make any sense if a person...
You an extra average, high old heifer. You just making my head like me just hearing you run your mouth. Where's your husband? You ain't no young tenderoni. I mean, now if you offered and you got pretty feet, and you want to do some things to me, especially if I'm, or I'm in the mood or just a dry spell, I mean, I really don't have, I wouldn't say, even if I was in a slump, but sharing your mouth, you just make my head hurt. Shut up. That's the thing. Have your own personal peace, gentlemen. Don't be looking for peace from women. You're not going to get it. And you ladies, have your own personal peace and have your own shit in order instead of looking for a man to do it.
Person is just not being a good person. Everybody just needs to be a good person. You need to treat a person well that you're with. All these trending topics, I'm so sick of it.
Are you a good person? I'm sick of it too, and this is why a lot of these younger women are struggling, because these older women are a bunch of fucking failures. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video, and subscribe to subscribe to my YouTube channel, my reactionary channel that you saw the video, and subscribe to my main channel. Link is in the description box and pinned comments, and definitely support this program. Support the platform. It will help me be able to do the Most High's work. Help us get out of our own way and actually help us get free, because freedom starts with us in the mind.
A friend of mine called me out of the blue yesterday and was just talking to me. He just dropped in my spirit that you're not asking for too much. You're asking the wrong people. He was like, don't stop asking because one person told you no. Don't stop asking.